me for your July 2018 Astro Tarot forecast. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and for your support on social media. I am using the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans. I'm addicted to this deck right now, and it's partly due to this texture. You can't feel what I feel, but the aesthetic and the manufacturing of this deck is pretty smooth and slick. So that's what I'm using. I'll be shuffling during the Astro portion of the reading, and we have a lot going on. We've got eclipse season here and a Mercury retrograde. So let's start with our first transit, which has a lot to do with you. On the 9th of July, Venus leaves the sign of Libra or Leo and enters Virgo. So you are graced with the benevolence of her aesthetic and the smoothing over of your appearance and the ability to attract suitable partners or desire to you. And Venus is kind of a magnetic energy similar to Mars and the ability to attract, but with less harsh, with less harshness to her. She's a harmonizing planet and balance. So having her with you through the whole month from the 9th on is a positive, and you're looking your best, and toning the body is appropriate at this time. On the 10th, Jupiter goes direct at 13 degrees of Scorpio, and he's been making his magic occur in your third house of siblings and expression and writing and communications. So it is the year for Virgo to publish the book by the end of October. And if you had any desire to travel locally, that's in the works for you. Third house of short-term travel and neighborhoods and neighbors, siblings, transportation. You might be upgrading your vehicle between now and the end of October as well. On the 12th of July, we have our new moon partial solar eclipse at 20 degrees of Cancer. And this is in your social sector, the 11th house. So there is a fresh new start for Virgo in terms of who you're connecting with socially. Your goals, your wish list is being eclipsed. This is the perfect time to focus on who you would like to attract into your life. It's not a day for magic. You don't want to mess around with candle magic on eclipses. They can go awry and go sent off in all different kinds of directions. But it is a day to kind of internally focus on new goals and clubs and groups that you're connected with, what works for Virgo and what doesn't. And you could be eclipsed in new opportunities that you're not thinking of around that time frame. And 6 months after, there's a new social connection here for Virgo rising especially. On the 22nd, the sun enters Leo. This you don't mind at all. You are downloading and having a review of the last year before your solar return. And when the sun is in the 12th house, it's time to relax and rest and dream and take up peace instead of anger. And it's a sector of release and the undoing. So when the sun is here, you can focus on letting go of what isn't serving you and your best interest. On the 26th, your ruling planet Mercury retrogrades here, conjunct the sun in the 12th house of dreams. You are reminded throughout that time period between the 26th of July through the 19th of August, your ruling planet slows down in the 12th house of release. So an analyzation of what really doesn't serve Virgo is here and available to you. Bad habits can be put to bed. Addiction is dealt with. This is the time you go into rehab if you have a problem. When Mercury is retrograde in the 12th house, it would serve you if you have a problem. I'm not saying every Virgo head to promises in Malibu. I'm not saying that, but if you notice that you're participating in an addiction or a habit that isn't the best for you, but you can't stop, This is the time to take to assess and reevaluate why, and go deep in your inner psyche, because that is the 12th house, and you could do some work back there. On the 27th, we have our full moon total lunar eclipse at 4 degrees of Aquarius in your health sector and your routine sector, closure, putting an end to an ailment, leaving a job, leaving a position that's taking up too much of your daily time. There might be a change in your route and routine now, Virgo. There is an ending available to you in the 6th house, and some kind of ailment could be completely eclipsed out of the picture at that time. And some of you are closing the door to a method of how you work, an approach to your business. And let's see what comes up in the tarot. I'm excited to see what's here for you. And if you'd like a private reading, which is very specific to you, consider me as your reader. I'm at audreyalison.com, and I love what I do. So, also, if you're interested in learning the tarot yourself, or if you are practiced and skilled with your craft, and you're looking for a new method of reading and a style and an approach to reading, consider taking my course that I wrote and published, The Magic of Tarot, Connecting Mind, Body, and Soul. It's an online tarot e-course that you can take at your own pace. I also have my web series, VIMEO on-demand medium messages, if you're interested. That is tarot focused and focusing on medium messages that I do receive. So, Virgo, here's your first card. Wow, this is local travel, 3rd house, 3 of Wands. Replenishment, a new wave of reinforcement, travel, smaller trips, and connecting with siblings. There could be something to that Jupiter going direct in the 3rd house for you. Maybe you are taking more weekend getaways and needing to experience smaller versions of a bigger trip, is what I get. Wow, Empress. Motherhood, nurturing, fertility, growth, expansion. Fertile. I said that, but I'm hearing it again. Fertility and what is blooming for Virgo and Virgo rising. Connecting with your mother is important at this time. We are eclipsed in Cancer, and that is the nurturing sign. Even though it's in your 11th house, the energy of mother and wanting to nurture relationships is present. Let's see what else is here. Beautiful. Perfect for Virgo. Earth, 9 of coins. This is the money that you earn, and it could be money in excess, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shared resources or money that is available to you through coupling or family. Let's see what else is here. You have 2 more cards. Wow. The World. This is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck next to the Sun. Success, coming full circle, completion, full moon eclipse in the 6th house. What makes Virgo feel good is important right now. And it is a time of awareness and a full completion for you. And the Mother of Cups, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Queen of Cups. Highly intuitive card. Could be a water sign, maybe your mother, since the Empress was up here, or it's a woman around that is psychic, or it could be a symbol of how you are right now. Very intuitive and drawn to some mystery. And maybe you're not taking action, you're internalizing a lot. You're feeling things very deeply. When the Sun is in the 12th house and Mercury is there, you're feeling everything as an empath would. So Virgo, trust the locations you're getting about where to travel in dreams, because that's very active for you this month. And use the retrograde to review the life, your life path. And if there's something you're putting to rest in the 12th house, when you close that door, don't reopen it. That's what I hear. I hope this was helpful to you. I'm wishing you a beautiful month of July. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.